Welcome into College Corner today, looking at my 3 best bets for the Elite Eight Sunday in the NCAA Tournament. Closing things out here on Friday. I'm recording Saturday afternoon, so no results for our Saturday plays. But on Friday, a 2-1 finish there. Got back to our winning ways. If you guys are looking for more plays, my Twitter, you would have just seen at Tyler McKillop. Feel free to follow me there. I drop more than just these 3 plays we're giving you here. Now, we're getting into the nitty gritty, not as many games to work with. Still finding a way to get 3 plays to you guys. If you guys enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel as well, and check out DraftKings. If you sign up, bet $5, you haven't signed up there, $200 in bonus bets. That link's in the description. These are a lot of, I've got 2 prop bets for you, and DraftKings is the place to be able to bet these props. Make sure you're shopping, finding the best lines, because again, I'm recording this on Saturday. Some of these lines can move, so make sure you're shopping, looking for the best place to play them. But let's get started here with San Diego State and Creighton. San Diego State making this fantastic run with a win over Alabama. That defense has been showing up. Creighton as well taking care of business over Princeton on Friday. What I'm looking at here, I love the under 133.5. Number of reasons for it. Starting with pace. These are 2 teams that are not slow. They're above the national average in pace. Creighton's 132nd, San Diego State 166th. So pace isn't going to be my driving factor here. It's more about how these defenses match up to what these offenses like to do on their end of the floor. It's fantastic defensively. Creighton is taking 42% of shots from the perimeter, looking to score from 3, shooting 35.8% from 3 this season. San Diego State, 3rd in the country in 3-point defense. I mean, they've had answers for Charleston, Furman, and then Alabama defensively. Even in open looks, it seems like these shooters are really thinking and on wide open looks, wondering where the defender must be because they have shot terribly against San Diego State from the perimeter. All their opponents shooting 28.1% this season, opponents are. So, love to see that. San Diego State offensively, they like to score on the interior and get to the free throw line. They're shooting 49.3%. Opponents are shooting 49.3% from 2 this season against the against the interior as well. We're looking at free throw attempts, and this Creighton defense does a great job limiting opponents at the free throw line and from 2. They rank 28th in 2-point defense, 45.9%, and then they're also, I'm looking at my ranking here, they're also 2nd in opponent free throw rate. Teams just don't get to the line. We're missing those second chance opportunities, or those chances for efficient possessions at the free throw line. Creighton doesn't get to the line much either, so that could keep missed shots late in the clock, and keeping away those second chance opportunities at the line. And then as well, 2 very good defensive rebounding teams, Creighton especially. So second chance opportunities probably won't come from the glass either. I love this under here. You can find it at 133.5, 134. So go look to lock that one in. Staying in this game, let's go to a player prop. With the help from our friends over at props.cash. Baylor Shireman is set at 12.5 points. I really like his under. You might see him at some books at 11.5. I can't remember the books. I think this was at DraftKings for sure. There might be one other book I did see this at. Some books have 11.5, so be sure to look. Make sure you get the best number. You can still play it at 11.5, but I feel much more comfortable at 12.5. He's coming off a 21-point performance against Princeton. He shot 5 of 7 from 3. Very, very efficient from deep. This is a guy who's averaging 9.7 field goal attempts per game, and 66% of his shot attempts come from 3. He's shooting 36% from 3 this season and leads the team in 3-point attempts. We just touched on how good that San Diego State defense is against the 3. Opponents have not been able to figure it out all tournament long here, shooting 28%, like I mentioned. So we've got a low total at 133.5 that I really like towards the under, so I don't think points are going to be a plenty here. San Diego State, that an excellent 3-point defense. And I think as well, in something that if you guys are looking to build a same game parlay, a guy like Ryan Kalkbrenner would be a better target. If you do want to play an over in this game on a player prop, I think with those opponents struggling to score from 3 against San Diego State, you're likely to see this Creighton team use Kalkbrenner as that big man scoring in the interior, because San Diego State's interior defense is a little bit of a problem. It's above the national average, but not by much. So that is the place I would look for Creighton to get their points. And Shireman is someone that's got under this number in 4 of his last, only been able to go over this number in 4 of his last 10 games. So he's proven to be able to go under this number, and we have this lower total and a bad matchup for him. I like what we can do here to stay well under 12.5 points for Shireman. Last one up here. We're going to an assist prop, something we haven't dropped here on the YouTube quite yet, but I'm looking at Marcus Carr, over 4.5 assists. Now, before I get to all the details of this play, let's give you a little bit of a prelude here and give you an idea of what I think about this matchup between Miami and Texas. Very excited for this one. The Miami defense that I've continued to mention to you guys struggles defending on the interior. That's been the big thing for them, but their offense just makes up for it time and time again. Fantastic offensively. Now, what I'm going to be looking at here is I want to go to a big to be able to score here. Timmy Allen, Christian Bishop, Dylan Dessou is likely to be absent, but I don't know that for sure. He played a couple minutes against Xavier, and then he came back out in a walking boot. He had the injury sustained in their previous game against Penn State. So his status leaves me, wondering where I want to go with a potential over in this game. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm definitely going to add one here. It's either going to be a Timmy Allen or Christian Bishop. I would expect Dessou to be out. Allen's minutes were way up without him. But again, that is where I think this Texas team will find their success scoring-wise, is on the interior. So we've got a Miami team as well defensively that ranks 251st in opponent assists per field goal made. So Carr's line is set at 4.5 assists. That's a little bit higher than what we see, or than we're typically seeing with Carr, because he's only gone over this. The line's pretty inflated. He's only gone over this line in 4 of his last 10 games. Usually, most of the time he goes, I think the minimum he's had in his last 10 is 3 assists, so he usually sits between 3 and 4. He got over this number, though, against Xavier. He had 6 assists in that game, and their defense very similar. Xavier ranks 250th in assists per field goal made. So you're looking for opportunities here for this offense on the interior with their bigs to be able to score inside, and as well, we've got the leading distributor in point guard, Marcus Carr. This line is set at 4.5. It is a plus money play as well, plus 120. If you see it at 3.5, you want to pay the juice. I don't mind that either. I'm willing to pay up for this one, though, and take the plus money and get it at 4.5, because I really like this spot against this defense for Miami, for him to distribute the ball really well. Total's very high, too. 150.5, fast-paced teams, plenty of possessions, plenty of opportunities. That's another reason why this line is boosted up a full assist higher. I'm going to be playing it over 4.5. Let's get one here that's plus money. All right, wrapping things up. We're on the Creighton San Diego State under 133.5. We're also on Baylor Shireman under 12.5 points. And finally, Marcus Carr over 4.5 assists. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you want to support the channel, be sure to drop a like. Comment down below with thoughts on the plays, any plays you're looking at, player props you're looking at, and enjoy the final day of the Elite Eight, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. I'll probably be looking in the Final Four to just preview each of the 2 games and give separate plays for each in 2 different videos, so be sure to put those notifications on. Look out for our videos previewing what is the last few games left in college hoops. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.